been a long time since Master Chief's last adventure ended in Halo 3, and since then we have been treated to some amazing titles, those obviously being Halo 3 ODST and Halo Reach. It's been 5 years, and a lot has changed. With a new developer behind the hit series in the form of 343 Industries instead of Bungie, the question is, will Halo 4 live up to expectations and provide a complete and polished experience? Or will Halo 4 be the biggest disappointment of 2012? Let's find out.
Wake up, Chief. I need you.
The story in Halo 4 is a surprisingly emotional tale that uses all the bombastic set pieces and high-octane action as the backdrop for a more personal story. You see, when the AI construct Cortana finally awakes Master Chief from cryosleep in the midst of a Covenant attack, you begin to see cracks coming through as Cortana begins to glitch out. It's at this point where Cortana explains to Chief that AIs have a limited lifespan to them. Cortana is so far into her program life that she is effectively thinking herself to death. This spurs a rush against time for Chief as he desperately tries to save Cortana. The story in Halo 4 is the best the franchise has conceived in my opinion, as it's the most involving and emotionally driven narrative in the series. The strong and lengthy friendship between Chief and Cortana is brought to the forefront here, and is put to the test on multiple occasions throughout the game. Sure, the game does have its overarching story, which introduces the thoroughly interesting race known as the Prometheans, but the struggle Chief goes through to try and save Cortana is what keeps you engaged and by the end, happy that you went through the whole experience with them. I didn't know what to expect from the story aspect of Halo 4 when I found out 343 was in control, but now I can safely say that the Halo series is in great, if not better hands with 343 than it ever was with Bungie. This was in fact the first time I'd ever been close to tears playing through a video game, which is a good thing. Overall, I think Halo 4 was the best story in the series' history, and maybe even the best story in a video game this year.
Telemetry indicates the particle cannons are being controlled from a command post southwest of our position. Roll on that target and neutralize those guns. We'll meet on the other side and take the gravity well. Infinity out.
I don't know about you, but I usually like a little more intel with my intel.
We'll make it work.
Simply put, the graphics in Halo 4 are absolutely astounding. Halo 4 is one of the best looking games to hit the Xbox 360, and is definitely one of the top 3 best looking shooters ever released on the console. The environments look like CGI cutscenes, yes. They are that good. The particle effects and textures look so beautiful that combined with the excellent art style makes for a game that is just gorgeous to look at. And it doesn't stop there. The character model design and animations are some of the best this generation, with character models that look and interact so realistically that you wouldn't be surprised to think they're real. I honestly do not have a problem with anything to do with the graphical nature of Halo 4. All the enemies look interesting and are beautifully detailed, especially the new enemies, the Prometheans, that look as freaky as they are sadistic. Honestly, I have no complaints. This is the best looking Halo title to date and some of the best graphic design this generation.
And they're back! Coming down the wall!
The sound in Halo 4 is ear-burstingly good. The voice acting here is amazing. Every voice actor and actress really knows how to play his or her part excellently. Each character conveys their emotions well, which is fantastic because their line delivery helps you stay invested in the storyline. The standout performances here, however, though, are that of Steve Downes as Master Chief and Mackenzie Mason as Cortana. You can tell that they are invested in these characters and love playing them, which in turn makes you, the player, interested in hearing what they have to say. They have these subtle little moments that really solidify that these two have been together for a long time and will never let each other down. It's just hard not to get sucked into the hardship of these two when the voice work is so darn good.
I am ordering you to surrender that AI!
No, sir.
Lieutenant! Arrest that man!
Captain!
Arrest him!
Captain!
Get word to Earth that trouble is coming. Cortana and I will do what we can back here.
The soundtrack in Halo 4 is, to be put lightly, epic. I can't stress how absolutely huge in scope the soundtrack in Halo 4 makes the game feel. It ramps up to intense levels when situations get heated, and it plays subtle emotional tones when things need to get a little more serious. But no matter the situation in the game, the soundtrack never lets the side down and draws you in even more. The biggest compliment I can give to this soundtrack is that it adds a new layer of atmosphere to the proceedings and proves that music can really change the feel of a game. All the guns and weaponry in general sound loud and fire with gusto. There is not one gun that you will pick up throughout the entire game that will sound wimpy. Every gun sounds like a new experience, which makes you love using them. Overall, I will say that the sound in Halo 4 is absolutely spectacular.
What's it doing? Is that the same signal?
Yes! Mayday, mayday, mayday! UNSC AI Cortana to Infinity. Please respond. No response. But from the strength of that signal, the Infinity has to be close by.
The gameplay in Halo 4 is generally the same, but tweaked and perfected in every way. First of all, let's cover the basic shooter gameplay. Blasting away enemies in Halo 4 is some of the most fun you'll have all year in a shooter. The shooting is tight and accurate, the guns have a bizarre amount of variety, and the enemy AI is some of the best I've ever seen. Halo 4 is the first game I have ever loved to play purely because of the amazing guns involved. Honestly, the weapons here are so fun to use and pounding to your ears that if the story were not even an aspect here, this would still be the best shooter experience just in terms of raw gameplay. The AI is smart as hell and will constantly evade your attacks, rush you at your weakest, and bombard you with grenades when you cower behind cover. On the hardest difficulty setting, the enemies become more tactical and harder to defeat, which in turn makes you die a lot. The new Promethean enemies are a fantastic addition too. My favourite type of Promethean comes in the form of a dog-like creature called a crawler. These generally attack you in packs and are fun to fight due to the way their heads pop when you put that accurate headshot into their skull. The Promethean weaponry is a fun addition, also providing you with firepower that assembles itself every time you pick up or reload it, which is totally awesome by the way. Overall, the base gameplay in Halo 4 is perfect in every way. There is simply no flaws here. Oh, and adding sprint as a default function is a godsend. Thank you for finally getting us there, 343. The multiplayer in Halo 4 is what we know and love, but with some tweaks to make the experience that much better. Now called Infinity, the multiplayer suite is packed full of interesting modes and things to do. Just like every Halo before it since Halo 2, you play matches, earn experience, and level up your Spartan to gain access to a bevy of customizable options to suit your individual likings. This is all still as addicting as it was when it all started with Halo 2. In fact, I haven't been this addicted to Halo multiplayer since Halo 3. You now get access to customize your classes, which in my opinion is a great change, as it's a lot easier to spawn with your weapons of choice than have to go searching for them. And it just adds another level of customizability to the game. You also get specializations, or kill streaks if you will, which reward the player with different prizes to choose from when they have racked up a certain amount of kills. Specializations reward a player hitting his marks without making the game become unbalanced or unfair in any way, in turn creating a more rewarding and addicting experience. Overall, Halo 4's multiplayer is the most addicting the series has seen to date and will provide players with hours and hours upon gameplay. Forge returns once again with a load of new options to create your own custom game types and maps. Forge is as good as it ever was, and like everything else in Halo 4's multiplayer offerings, will give the game unlimited replay value. Even though I personally suck at creating anything in Forge mode, I have no doubt that players around the world that are more skilled than me will be creating imaginative new ways to play for years to come. The last aspect to Infinity is the Spartan Ops mode, which is the only part of Halo 4 that I find lackluster. Basically, Spartan Ops is a story-driven co-op mode that continues the Halo 4 story after the single-player narrative has concluded. There are 5 episodic levels to this mode, which basically amount to killing a lot of enemies in an area and watching a cutscene. If you don't mind just shooting enemies for a short time with your friends, then you will likely enjoy this mode, but in my opinion, with a narrative so strong that is the single-player campaign, it's hard to play through a Spartan Ops episode and feel like you have experienced something worthwhile. I think if they were going to introduce a co-op mode to the game that involves killing a lot of enemies with your friends, they may as well just have put in the Halo Reach's excellent firefight mode. Halo 4 is an astonishing title. 343 Industries has exceeded expectations and has provided the best Halo game to date. Yes, that's right people, Halo 4 is in my opinion the best game in the series so far. With an excellent single player and addicting multiplayer offering, Halo 4 is a triumph and a game that should be commended for bringing a heartfelt story to a first person shooter. The only aspect that lets the game down is the Spartan Ops mode and the length of the campaign. I played through the title on Heroic with a friend in less than 5 hours, which is kind of shorter than what I was expecting. Nevertheless, I'm going to give Halo 4 a 9.5 out of 10. The game is excellent with an emotional story that is short but sweet, gorgeous graphic design, booming sound effects and an addicting multiplayer suite. Spartan Ops just holds the game back from a perfect score. I highly recommend this title though because it's one of the most involving experiences you will have in a game all year.
Chief, good luck. Both of you.
Come on, Chief. Take a girl for a ride.
Hey guys, if you liked the review then subscribe to the channel and check out the TeamGamersNetwork.com as we have a ton of gaming goodness waiting for you. Also, if you're interested, I have a Twitter and I post a lot of gaming updates, so be sure to follow me if you love gaming as much as I do. Bye guys.